why forcing it doesn't work, and why desire can feel so hard. David, William, Pearce, welcome back. And welcome if you've ever tried to force yourself to care about something and felt nothing. You should know that you're not alone. Because perhaps like me, you know you should want something. You know it matters, but the desire just isn't there. So you try to push, motivate, convince, something, and still nothing. No change, nothing moves. So here's the real question. What if desire isn't something that you create? What if desire is actually something that you uncover? This week I've been sitting with desire because there's a tension in the world of personal development. On one side, burning desire for success. And on the other, all desire, Tantra says, is the desire to know God. So, which is it? Is desire something that you generate or something deeper that's already there? Okay, for most of my life, we'll share, I didn't feel any real desire to celebrate my birthday. If anything, I've actively avoided it. I've minimized it, I've isolated myself, I've ignored it, I've gone silent for the day, made myself unreachable, let it pass without acknowledgement, or as little as I could get away with. And I tried at times to make myself care, to force meaning into it, but it never felt real until something shifted. A love to celebrate with. Last year, I wrote myself a letter dated my birthday this year, 2026, declaring that I had celebrated my first guilt-free birthday in over 20 years. And this time, it didn't feel forced. And so now, as it approaches, that letter is about to not just become something in the ether, but made manifest. And for me, there's significance because something has changed. As my birthday approaches me, I'm now approaching back. What I've realized, thanks to articulated Tantra, is this. Real desire doesn't need convincing. It doesn't demand your attention. It doesn't require effort to sustain. It's quiet, steady. It feels less like something you're chasing and more like something that's simply moving through you, effortless effort. If you're curious to know more about Articulate and how it can support, watch that video. So many people in the world within which I work are trying to manufacture desire in business, in relationship, in life direction. Maybe you know a few yourself who have those thoughts. If I just push harder, get more disciplined, if I just try to force clarity, then the desire will come. But I have decades of lived evidence to corroborate that it does not. 20 plus years of uncelebrated by me and joyless birthdays out of alignment, disharmony, because I couldn't articulate what was going on within me. So I tried to make sense of the world within which I believed myself to be and felt trapped. Because to force desire is usually built on what you think you should want, not what is actually true for you. When I look back at the things that were real for me, they didn't feel forced. Handstands became a passion of mine, what felt like overnight. the London Marathon, determined despite needing to defer it yet because of an injury. Leaving the UK, it felt right. Choosing Tiffany, they all had the same quality. They felt like something unfolding, not something I had to push into existence. Something that just, like I said, effortless effort. When you think of push and relax, I know which one my nervous system prefers. So the question changes, not how do I create desire, but what is my longing actually pointing to? Because what we often call desire is actually misread longing. Longing for a feeling, for a state, a sense of wholeness. And this is where Tantra becomes incredibly precise. It says, desire is not the problem. You are allowed to desire things. It's part of the human experience. To deny it would be to deny God, an aspect of her. Misunderstanding desire is the issue, because underneath every desire is a movement towards wholeness. So instead of trying to push yourself into carrying, an invitation to try this, to ask, where am I forcing something that isn't alive? And where is there already a quiet pull? That thing I've been ignoring. Because that somatic pull is usually far more accurate than your cerebral strategizing. So, I'll leave you with this. Where in your life are you trying to manufacture desire? Instead of listening to what's already there and what might change, if you trust it just a little more, if this lands for you, and you recognize, like I did, that there's a pattern occurring in your life. Maybe for you it's not birthdays, maybe it's your work, your relationships, your direction, then this is exactly the kind of thing that Articulate has been designed for. Because often the problem isn't that something is missing, it's that you're misreading what's actually there. Articulate helps see the pattern behind the reaction so that you get choice back, the opportunity to consciously choose instead of unconsciously repeat. So if you're watching this before April the 1st, 2026, I have 5 spaces left for one-on-one sessions right now for the month of April. After which, my next container will open in May. I have a limited number of people that I share my focus with and that get my attention so that they get their change. You can work with me one-on-one, online or in person. It'll be a session followed by 30 days of integration. We find the pattern, we shift your relationship to it, and allow things to start moving. And I stay with you to make sure the shift sticks. For couples, Tiffany and I offer in-person contact massage journeys where your relationship becomes the medicine. They're 3-hour experiences focused on presence, communication, and real connection. We only are doing level 1 at the moment, but things are coming. If you'd like to join the growing community of international individuals committed to relational mastery, where all of this work lives, there is a link for you in the description. So, final thought. If you want to, invitation to try and guess how old I'm turning this April. I'll let you know in next week's newsletter. Yeah, next week's. Okay, final thought. Desire isn't something that you force. It's something that you learn to recognize, and when you do, it changes how you move through everything. It changes how you move through everything. Thank you for joining me. See you in the next transmission.